The New Music Collective is an organization devoted to developing a community around contemporary music in Low Country, South Carolina, specifically in the downtown Charleston area. This spring, they will have been an organization for 6 years. The New Music Collective is devoted to developing a community around contemporary music in the South Carolina Low Country. We do this by facilitating a professional environment for the creation, production, and promotion of new music through commissions, concerts, special events, and collaborations with other arts institutions. Central to the New Music Collective's goals is the continuing development of an accessible dialogue between artists and audiences through accompanying lectures, demonstrations, and workshops.
New Music Collective has a wide variety of programming. The members of New Music Collective play in programmed events, but also bring in other musicians from around the world. Their programming is focused on what they believe is worth the audience's time and attention. For example, the Receiver Festival included more than 20 artists from around North America, with the New Music Collective Chamber Ensemble being a featured artist at the festival. The festival included video screening, kinetic sculptures, and installations.
Their next event is Zaha. It will be an interdisciplinary performance ensemble using sound painting located at the Halsey Institute on May 27th. This event also includes a workshop before the performance begins. Zaha will be traveling to Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and Richmond before making its way to Charleston.
Another example of their work is the New Music New Charleston series, which is part of their New Works collection, and is an entire concert of world premieres centering on the works of internationally known composer Lisa Coons and Casey Walker, who graduated from CSC. The series also included members of the New Music Collective.
The New Music Collective is artistically driven because their programming is designed to further the art form. Their programming is also significant to the artistic staff. For example, when deciding on what music to present to their audience, they begin with what interests one member of the organization. The board discusses it and decides if the audience would benefit from this idea. This shows how the New Music Collective is also educationally driven. They design shows based on music that isn't heard around town, so people are learning at the same time. Being artistically and educationally driven reflects their mission.
Artistic Director Ron Wiltrout comments about the New Music Collective's motivations.
Organizational goals is to be an educational proponent of new music, but it's definitely not our main goal. Our main goal is to put on concerts and promote new music and engage in dialogue, like I said. But no matter what, when you expose a community to something that has never been seen there before, it is inherently educational, just by the fact that you're being exposed to something that's unique and new. So hopefully you're experiencing something new, and even at the very least you're being educated about this happens in the world.
One external environment that greatly affects the New Music Collective is the culture of the Low Country in South Carolina. The New Music Collective must deal with an audience that has a conservative taste and listens to specific genres of music.
Well, there's a bar down on the corner with a strange philosophy. The only waitresses they hire are as ugly as can be.
Hi there, welcome to the Rocky Mountains. My name is Brooke Underbrink. I'm a registered nurse and have taught country line dancing for 17 years. We're just below the Continental Divide. We're going to head on down to the dance hall. I'm going to teach you a few nice, easy, basic line dances. You're going to learn you don't have two left feet after us.
All jokes aside, the New Music Collective is exposing a new type of music to the culture of Charleston that would not otherwise be there. New Music Collective is challenging the basic notions of music and they are driven to show the Low Country a different way to think about music. They are one of the only ones doing what they are attempting to do in the Southeast. This is compared to cities such as LA, Chicago, New York City, and Berlin, which are more culturally open to new experiences. However, this is partially beneficial to New Music Collective because they do not have to compete with similar organizations fighting for the same audience.
A lot of comments and compliments from musicians that I know in New York or Chicago, people that tour around and have never found a place to play in Charleston. These are performers that they say, oh cool, finally there's a place to play in Charleston. I've always wanted to come to Charleston. It's beautiful. But now there's actually a chance for us to do that, and do it often, and actually make a little bit of money doing it. So that for the touring performance groups, that's actually been a long time coming. And then there are composers who spent almost the entire of their professional career in New York or in New England or Los Angeles, that area. It's a pretty small community of people doing really experimental contemporary music. And I think that those people have never even considered Charleston to be a city that they would ever have their music performed.
Here is an example of the type of music they produce. The New Music Collective focuses mainly on their product because they want to produce something original and something that is not typically heard in the Low Country. Almost all of their events are free, so the New Music Collective also focuses on price and only charge audience members when the organization is paying for their artist. While interviewing Artistic Director Ron Wiltrout, he told us that classical musicians rarely attend their shows and performances. Young jazz musicians will attend occasionally, but the New Music Collective rarely sees symphony musicians attend. The New Music Collective markets toward the young professional crowd, usually people around ages 20 to mid-40s. They market to the contemporary visual artists of the community, for example, those that do graphic design. The New Music Collective also markets toward the college students, young intellectuals, and people who like organizations such as iLevel Art and Redux. The New Music Collective thinks that having a few people attend their shows that are interested in their music and organization is better than having a lot of people attend and not appreciate what they do. The New Music Collective is okay with the fact that on average only about 30 people come to their concerts.
The New Music Collective has had an annual fundraising event for the past 4 years. It was a very typical fundraising event with food, music, silent auction, and donated services. Most of their support comes from grants. The part-time paid administrator's job is grant research. The Donnelly Foundation is who pays for his position. The South Carolina Arts Commission provides $900 for operating support. However, this is about to go away. Then there are grants that fund specific programs. For example, the Coastal Community Foundation gives New Music Collective funds to develop new programs. This money can be used to pay composers to write new music for programs. Because New Music Collective is the only organization performing music of their type, they focus on this in their grant requests. New Music Collective also gives a menu of 6 different support levels, which presents a personalized approach.
This is an organic organization, which means it has a very loose structure. Basically, the only reason they have an official structure is because that is what the government mandates. They first have a board of directors, which includes Nathan Kosey, Philip White, Bill Carson, and Jesse Bauer. They next have the artistic directors, which include Sam Spheri and Ron Wiltrout. Next is the administrator, which is Jason Broken. Thanks for watching our presentation.